It's the concept of housing first needs to be embraced in a manner which includes supports for the people that are in it, and ways to engage them in the community in whatever way they're able. There's been great examples with some of the projects that we've supported. One in particular is Elizabeth Fry Society. That organization recently received funding to provide housing in terms of just rooms, really, for some of the people that they work with. And now they're looking at another program within that housing, which not only helps people get stabilized, but also teaches them employment-related skills in a manner that's very pragmatic and matter-of-fact. An entrepreneur has embraced the work that the EFRI is doing and have offered to help them initiate a catering program. So these ladies are going to be taught how to not only how to cook for catering purposes, but also how to run that business and to make it profitable, which is wonderful.
Our kind of housing is cost effective. For example, a recent study done by people in Dalhousie Planning Department took our housing and some other supported housing projects across the city and compared the costs of those to the costs of keeping people in hospital, in treatment program, and even in the shelters. And the supported housing projects costs were much, much lower. We see the importance of having a stable base and a place to call one's own with our tenants. It's just amazing to have people say, this is the first time I've been able to have somebody in for a cup of coffee. This is the first time I've been able to have my children visit me because I finally have a decent place to live.
My name is Mickey McDonald, and I know firsthand what homelessness is like. Being a time when I was homeless in Toronto, I know the fear, the hunger, survival is a strange teacher. I think homelessness is something that we all have to look at. It's not always the people that are poor or people because they're drug addiction or whatever. There's a lot of issues that causes people to be on the street, and I think we have to look at it. It has an impact on all of us. It has an impact on our children, and it has an impact on their future. So it's something we have to deal with, and we should be dealing with it now.
The idea behind Housing First is a person gets access to an apartment, and then once they have a stable place to live, they're able to start little by little dealing with the other things that are going on in their lives. And it's very important to remember that people who are homeless, every person that's homeless is an individual. We all, myself or other people, we all have our individual set of needs and reasons why we ended up on the street or whatever, and the things that we still have to deal with. And in order to be able to deal with those things, it's not possible for that to be sort of fitting within say a big program like might happen in a shelter. Person gets a place to live where there's somebody that they can sit down and talk to and start working through things, and as they get more comfortable, they can then they'll turn to the landlord or the super that's working in the place and say, listen, you know, here's what I'd like to do, or, you know, here's what I want to do. Is, you know, I got this place to live now, but, you know, can I get into a treatment program, or can I see a doctor about this?
I started a little project down on Goddard Street called Palooka's Boxing Club. Now, people may wonder, why would I ever build a boxing club down in Goddard Street, and how is that going to have an impact on the community? Well, I want to tell you, it did and it does have an impact. And if we can help one or two kids there, and it's not about teaching them the fighting or how to be fighters, it's teaching them the fundamentals of life and the disciplines and focus to help them find direction in their life. It helped me, and I know it can help others. Any sport is good, and I think that we have to start young with these kids to teach them the right focus. In businesses, we need to all work together to find the solution to a lot of these problems that are out there. One of the main issues is homelessness. You've all been watching the video, Housing First. They have the solution. All we have to do now is put the pressure on the governments to make it happen. Let's work together. Let's make it happen today. Let's put the focus on the government to get this to happen. We can do it. We all just have to stick together. It's the right thing. It's the right time. Let's do it.